Hey guys, how's it going? It's Christian here once again, and this video is going to be kind of a little bit more of about me again in a way. Actually, I am over here doing the notes for the preview and predictions that I have so far. There you go, there are the notes so far. Um, and yeah, this video idea just pretty much came to mind, and I thought I should just do it right now because I have a busy next couple days and won't really have time to do any type of video, so might as well get it out the way right now. So that means today I'll be doing a double upload actually. So first this video, and a little later you'll have the Premier League preview and predictions for later on. And this video, as you can see in the title, it's called, something about who I support. And yeah, I thought I just should do this video because, I mean, I talk about sports, especially soccer and all these teams and all this stuff, but I really haven't mentioned who I support. So I thought I did it just, kind of just to get it out there, kind of just let you guys know who I support. And yeah, so I mean, if I want, I do follow various teams, um, but the team I say I actually support since I was like little, I don't remember, I don't recall the age I was. So basically I've been a huge fan of this team pretty much ever since I was a little kid. And that team would be Chivas. They are from Guadalajara in Mexico. And the reason I started watching them was actually because that was the first game I saw. They were playing that game, and it was like I was like really a little kid, and I mean pretty much I just saw them that first game, and pretty much from there I just kept supporting them all the way till now, and yeah, I mean I know it's kind of like, oh, you saw them for the first time and that was a team you fell in love with, and yeah, pretty much I mean that was literally the first match I ever saw on TV, as like as far as I can recall, and yeah, I mean that's the first team I ever saw. But yeah, so with that, I mean, I grew up watching a lot of Mexican soccer. So of course, you know, my family is Mexican. So of course I do support the Mexican team when it comes to international soccer. So yeah, with that, that's how I kind of started learning about other clubs and other teams in other leagues. Because growing up, I didn't really watch anything else besides the Mexican league. But yeah, I mean, I of course from FIFA and other games, I did know about like other teams, like Manchester United and Arsenal, Everton, all these big teams, Real Madrid, Barcelona, etc. So pretty much the first few teams I remember like actually knowing about and like start seeing were Manchester United, because of people like Rooney and David Beckham and Giggs and all these people from back then, and also from I would see like the players that play for Mexico, and then sometimes they would be playing in Mexico for their clubs, and after they have like a good tournament or something, they would go to Europe and make the move and join some European team. And I remember the first one I actually remember was Jared Borghetti. He played for Bolton back in early 2000s, I believe. I don't remember, something like that. But yeah, that was the first one that I actually remember making a move, and Bolton was one of the first few teams I do remember learning about, besides Manchester and all these big clubs. Um, but yeah, so pretty much that's kind of how I learned about other teams and kind of started to follow these other different teams. So actually, like I said, in Mexico I do support Chivas, but I do support other teams in other leagues that I see. So when it comes to the Premier League, since I do the Premier League preview predictions, I felt like it was fair to tell you what team I support. So actually, I support this team that I'm about to say because one one was because of the players that were there when I first learned about the club, and who some of these players were. 'Cause some of these players playing there were and still are some of my favorites ever, and from there some other players that later joined in as well. So I actually have their jersey here that I have. Um, So it is actually this one right here that you guys will see right here. So yes, it is Manchester United. I do follow Manchester United, and actually, in case you're wondering, this is Chicharito's old jersey when he was there, and also he actually autographed it right there when I got the chance to see him. I believe last year, somewhere around there, like around this time last year. Um, and yeah, so pretty much I got into Manchester United because, of course, who didn't really, you know, grow up watching David Beckham? Like, there's a lot of us that grew up watching David Beckham and, Giggs and all these other players. So for me, the big one was actually David Beckham. I remember him, especially from like playing FIFA as a kid. Of course, you would see like I remember the FIFA 06, I believe, had like the best, some of the best goals, some like montage in there, and you always had David Beckham against Wimbledon hitting it from halfway, and David Beckham is one of my favorites, and he actually got me into Manchester United, like somewhat. I mean, that's kind of how I learned from him, but yeah, I mean, I always liked David Beckham growing up, and then Chicharito's also like my favorite from now, uh, because actually I am one of the people that can say I knew who he was before he moved to Europe, because he came out of Chivas, which is a team that I support since I was a kid. So I remember seeing this guy getting his first call ups to the first team, and just kind of getting those first few minutes. I remember him being just on the bench or coming off and scoring a late goal, and eventually he started getting more playing time. Eventually playing for Mexico, and eventually making a move to United. And of course, that's actually when I started actually seeing United, like the games, more often, because before that, I mean, I might see a game here and there, maybe the highlights for sure, but actually like seeing the games like on TV and everything, yeah. So that was with him. I mean, I'm glad he had a good, you know, few years there, more under, uh, of course, Ferguson under him, more so than of course Moyes and finally Van Gaal. But I mean, besides that, I follow him a lot, and pretty much the clubs where he's gone to, I've either liked or kind of just followed them and hoped the best for them. So he did make the move to Madrid on loan for a bit, and Real Madrid is the team in Spain that I like. Um, and I mean, I'm not gonna get into the whole Real Madrid Barca thing. They're both good clubs. Um, I just prefer Madrid a little bit better, just because again Beckham, growing up, Beckham obviously came. He was in Real Madrid for a while, and yeah, so I was more into like the players that were going to Madrid than to who was going to Barcelona. Even though Barcelona did have Rafa Marquez, but that's a different story. And I mean, both clubs are great. They're big clubs, and I have nothing against Barcelona, honestly. So I'm not like a die-hard Real Madrid fan that hates Barcelona. They're both great clubs, but I just prefer more of a Real Madrid. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I didn't get his jersey while he was at Real Madrid. But yeah, so Real Madrid in Spain. I can't say I really support Leverkusen. Like, you know, oh my God, I watch the games all the time just because I don't catch much of the Bundesliga anyways. But yeah, I mean, whenever they have a game against somebody, I for sure will watch the highlights. Later on that evening. Um, but yeah, oh, another thing, I am gonna get that jersey. I'm trying to get it framed, of course, because he autographed it and everything. But yeah, like I said, in Mexico, I support Chivas. That's been my lifelong team that I've supported and will continue to support, obviously. Um, what else is there? So yeah, Manchester United, Real Madrid, and yeah, Mexico when it comes to internationally, and MLS, FC Dallas. I don't really watch too much of the MLS, to be honest, but the other leagues I might see more often. But yeah, I mean, there are also other teams that I will watch the highlights maybe, especially if they have players that play for Mexico. So for example, Andres Guardado, he plays in PSV, and so does Hector Moreno, and I actually went to the Netherlands and saw PSV like was it last year, I believe. So pretty much, I'll keep up with the teams that they play for, but yeah, I mean, I guess you can kind of say PSV I do support a little bit when it comes to the Eredivisie. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. I decided, like I said, make this video just because it came to mind, and I do talk about soccer and about all these teams, and I just thought I should let y'all know, like, oh, who does he actually support? He talks about the teams, but he doesn't really say who he supports. I mean, I kind of maybe hinted at it, but yeah, I didn't really say until now. But yeah, hope you guys liked this video. Leave a comment with what team you support or anything like that. Yeah, sorry if I disappointed any Manchester City fans, any Barcelona fans, any Atletico fans, any America fans, if you know Mexican soccer. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, Chivas, I grew up, that was the first club I ever saw. Um, and yeah, I kind of explained why I like these other teams. And yeah, I mean, some people might say, "Oh, what if Manchester United somehow, and let's say Champions League, would play Real Madrid?" When it comes to that, I would go with Manchester United just because um, I don't know. It's hard actually. I think I might go with Manchester United, but then I really like the style that Madrid has. It's kind of complex. Uh, but yeah, that's. I mean, the only team I can really say I'm a die-hard fan is Chivas. Like, I'll for sure watch them all the time and root for them. These other teams, I mean, I watch them and I root for them because of Chicharito, because of David Beckham, etc. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard when it gets to that. I mean, eventually it might just come down to like I might just leave it up to in the end, just whoever plays the better game. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think of this video. I know it's more random than anything, but like I said, it came to my mind, and I thought, hey, I better do it now, or else I'm gonna get busy and just forget about it and not have a chance to come back to this. But hopefully, like I said, you liked the video. Leave a comment, and of course, subscribe. Like I said, later on today, you will have the Premier League preview predictions video. I still have to finish up some notes and start working on the video and everything, but that should be up later today. So, yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.